Hugo Primožič. The Battle of Rzhev in the summer of 1942 was a series of Soviet counteroffensives against German Army Group Center. Soviet forces failed to achieve their objective, the complete destruction of German forces in the area, but succeeded in reducing the size of the salient. On the 15th of September 1942, Hugo Primožič was a gunner assigned to StuG Battalion 667, part of a battle group assigned to the Rzhev salient. Primožič and his StuG crew were tasked with engaging Russian tanks that had been spotted in the area, and he positioned their StuG in a wooded area. At approximately 9 a.m., a group of T-34 tanks were spotted advancing in the direction of German forces. Primožič quickly opened fire with his 75mm gun, disabling 2 of the T-34s. When the remaining tanks began to retreat, Primožič continued to fire, destroying a third before they were out of range. At 1:30 p.m. they encountered another group of T-34s and managed to disable 3 more tanks. Primožič then switched his fire to a group of Russian infantry advancing toward German lines and broke up the attack. At 4 p.m. Primožič spotted a group of KV-1 tanks advancing towards the German position. He opened fire and disabled 2 of the tanks, and the remaining tanks then retreated. By the end of the day, Primožič and his crew had managed to destroy a total of 8 Russian tanks and defeat an infantry attack. On the 24th of November, Primožič and his crew were part of a larger battle group assigned to the Rzhev salient. At approximately 10 a.m., they encountered a group of T-34 tanks, disabling 3. His actions during this engagement were instrumental in helping German forces hold the Rzhev salient. Joseph Brandner. Joseph Brandner was assigned to StuG Battalion 202, an elite tank destroyer unit. Battalion 202 fought in the Leningrad sector in August, engaging in heavy fighting in the area around Schlusselburg, the Smolensk sector in September, and in October the battalion was sent to the area around Kursk. By the end of December, fighting in the area around Orel, StuG Battalion 202 had destroyed over 100 Russian tanks, and Brandner had been awarded the Iron Cross and the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. On the 10th of August 1943, the battalion was tasked with defending the village of Zoskino from advancing Russian tanks. Brandner, in command of a StuG-3 assault gun, was tasked with supporting other elements of the battalion. As Russian tanks approached, he ordered his crew to prepare for battle, positioning his vehicle in a strategic spot that allowed him a good view of the battlefield. When Russian tanks came into view, Brandner opened fire with his main gun, quickly knocking out 2 of the enemy tanks. The other tanks returned fire, but Brandner was able to keep them at bay. His crew then used machine gun fire to pick off the Russian infantry accompanying them, causing the remaining tanks to retreat. After the battle, Brandner and his crew were awarded medals for their valiant efforts in defending the village. His actions were an example of how effective the StuG-3 could be in battle, and it was a testament to his skill as a commander. Fritz Amling. In December 1942, Fritz Amling was with StuG Battalion 202 during Operation Mars, the German offensive against Soviet forces around Rzhev. On December 4th, Fritz and his unit encountered a Russian T-34 near the city of Staritsa. Amling quickly identified the tank and ordered the gunner to engage the target. The shell hit the T-34, disabling it and causing the crew to abandon the vehicle. Amling's unit encountered a group of 4 Russian T-34 tanks near the village of Sychevka on December 5th. Amling destroyed one of the tanks and the rest quickly retreated. 2 days later, 8 T-34s were encountered near the town of Vyazma. During the engagement, Amling destroyed 2 more tanks, and on December 10th he knocked out 3 of 6 T-34s encountered near Smolensk. During Operation Mars, Amling destroyed 7 T-34s, earning him the Iron Cross First Class for bravery in the face of the enemy.